Pastor Bolden and First Lady Jeanette, and I would like to give honor to my parents, Audrey and Eric Washington, and I would also like to give honor to Miss Kendra Womack. And Teen Jubilee has been studying eternity, and been unable to attend two classes, but nowadays teens think that we live for today, and we don't think about the consequences that our choices today will make for our eternity, because everything that we do now will affect our eternity. We watched a video of a girl, and in the video, the teen, she had internal battles. She was contemplating suicide, and she was actually about to commit suicide, but she saw a small reminder on her binder, and it said, "Jesus loves you." And just those 3 words gave her hope to keep living her life. We never know what 3 words or a few words that come out of our life may be someone else's salvation. So we have to be careful as Christians that we speak the right words, because you never know who's watching us, and our words may be their downfall or their salvation. And in Matthew 12, verse 36 says, "I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak, for by your words you will be condemned." And I would like to share a story about myself, and I hope that the story that I share will be a few words that may save someone or convince them to change their lifestyle. When I was in middle school, I was considered boy crazy. I, um, I did things for the attention of boys. I didn't know my self-worth. My mom always told me that my body was a temple, but every time she'd say it, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'm still going to do this, I'm still going to do that. And I didn't realize that the stuff that I was feeding my body, like such as secular music, sexual music, all this social media, this television, I didn't realize that the stuff that I fed my body, it would come out of me. So unknowingly, the stuff that I was listening to and the stuff that I was watching, I was treating people badly. I was being disrespectful to my parents. I didn't have any respect because I didn't respect myself. So how could I respect my parents? And I was very insecure. I didn't think I was pretty. People would tell me, "Oh, you're so pretty," and I'd be like, "Why are they saying that? They already know I don't think that. So why would they tell me that I'm pretty?" I didn't believe anything anyone told me. I was very cynical about people's motives. I thought everyone was out to get me. I lost friends. I didn't have any friends. Girls that I used to laugh with and talk with, they were laughing at me and talking about me, and I felt so alone. I felt so hollow. My grades were starting to drop. And I was on social media about 90% of my time. I couldn't put my phone down. So I was seeing all these models, all these Instagram models, and they're posting all these pictures, and I'm thinking, why couldn't God make me look like that? Why do I look like this? You see girls with this long Brazilian curly hair down their back, and I'm thinking, why couldn't God make my hair that way? Or why can't my body be like this? I was just so focused on being everybody else, I couldn't be myself. That showed I didn't feel loved. I wasn't praying. I wasn't doing anything that God told me to do. And I wasn't living as a Christian should be living. And I think I let a lot of people down, because if I was living the way that I was supposed to be living, Lord knows how many lives could have been saved, because one person or 2 people saw the way that I was living. But instead, I was doing everything that, worldly people were doing. I wasn't separating myself. So I was trying to be like everyone else around me. I wasn't providing a good example for other people. And I was just surrounding myself with bad people. And back to the boy thing, I would dress to please boys, because I was insecure, so I would think that if I got the approval from boys, I would feel better about myself, but I just felt worse. And I just felt so hollow at night. I'd ask God, I'd be like, "God, why are you doing this to me? I know you love me, but why do I feel like this? I want to be pretty. I want to be beautiful like all these other girls." And I was just so messed up. And there was just times where, I even thought, what's my purpose on earth? You say everyone has a purpose. My mom said I have a purpose, but I didn't see that purpose. And when I went home and I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. I just saw this broken girl who just fronted in front of everybody, and she wasn't true to herself. That's all I saw when I went home. And, I wanted to change that, but I didn't know how because I wasn't reading my Bible. I thought that having a boyfriend would make me happy, or having all these boys think I'm pretty would make me happy. But none of that stuff made me happy. If anything, it made me feel worse. But I didn't realize that the only thing that could truly make someone happy is Jesus. And I realized that I had all these little G's, I wanted the perfect body, I wanted a bubbly personality, I wanted a high GPA or my theater ability. That stuff's all cool, but that's just little G's. I wasn't focused on the big G, God. And it was always the battle between my flesh and my spirit, flesh such as sorcery, jealousy, anger, sensuality. That stuff was that's all that I did. I did the flesh things. I didn't do what the spirit man told me. I did what my flesh wanted to do. I didn't have love. I didn't have peace. I didn't have joy. I didn't have patience, and I wasn't gentle, and I wasn't happy. And there came a time in my life where I said, I want to change this. I don't want to be this broken girl anymore. I want to be happy. I want to be truly happy. I don't want to have to put on a mask for the world. I don't want to have to be happy on the outside. But I want to be happy on the inside. Because if I don't like who I am at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the whole world thinks. It doesn't matter what that cute boy in my math class may say about me. It doesn't matter my parents' opinion matters, but if I don't think that, then, what's the point? And I was just at such a low point in my life. And nowadays, when I see girls who, try to get the attention of boys and they think that will make them happy, it doesn't. All that's going to leave you is a broken heart because these boys don't care about you. And so one day, I decided that I wanted to change my life. And God, He blocked me from a lot of things that I could have gotten into. He stopped a lot of things that could have came into my life. He just stopped it, and He didn't even let it come to me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me who decided to change my life. When I started reading my Bible and getting into my word, it was God. It was nothing but God. I couldn't have done this without God. And a lot of people think they can change their lives without God by themselves. They think you think you can tell your flesh to stop doing something, but you can't. If you don't have God, you're just fighting a losing battle. And I got my life back, and I started being focused on theater instead of boys. And I'm glad to say that I came out of that stage with my life, and I've never kissed a boy besides a stage kiss. And I've never partaken in sexual intercourse. And I'm just glad that God kept me and that He let me save that for my husband. Because if I would have given something away that I couldn't get back, I would just feel so much worse than I already did. And so many times we praise these earthly stars, such as Beyonce or Drake or your favorite singer and actress. But in Daniel 1:12, verse 3, it says, "Those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like stars forever and ever." When you watch Beyonce, she's not leading you to righteousness. If anything, she's leading you away from it. Because Beyonce, it's okay to, like stars on earth, but once we look up to those stars and we start to act the way those stars act, we're not leading anybody to righteousness. If anything, we're leading people away from righteousness. So God wants us to lead others to righteousness so we can shine like stars in heaven. I don't want to shine like a star on earth. I want to shine like a star in heaven because my actions will make me a star in heaven. And also, at the end of the day, I just learned a lot of things about myself, and I learned to always believe in myself, and now I don't care what any boys think about me. Okay, if a boy thinks I'm cute, okay, thanks. But all that matters is that I think I'm beautiful. I don't dress for boys anymore, I don't do things to please other boys. I do things to please myself. And at the end of the day, we just have to realize that social media, that will be your downfall. You see all these other people, you're thinking like, why can't I be like that? Or why can't I look like that? You know, you spend hours in the morning. I used to spend hours in the morning on my makeup and try to look a certain way and do my hair a certain way or put on these tight clothes, and I'd be freezing just so a boy could look at me. I'm like, why am I doing this? You know, so I started dressing for myself and I started being myself and I got my life back. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be myself. And thank you.